So this is our big challenge for sure. We do have this first group of countries that have moved starting in 2017 with France, building on Costa Rica's earlier example. So we have this group of states that has now committed to keep fossil fuels in the ground, and those are the states that I study. They're first mover states. Now, some of those are definitely states that they don't have the kinds of fossil fuel reserves or embedded, entrenched fossil fuel industry. It's easier for them to move first. They can be more compelled by their citizens to do that. When we look at the states that you refer to as second order states, so states like Canada, now we're getting into more difficult cases. Here's where we have fossil fuel firms that are very, very much part of the political system. And we have politicians that are very open to lobbying, for example, from the fossil fuel sector. There's a perception within the public that this is very important for jobs. The fossil fuel sector is very important for jobs and public revenues and so forth. So here it becomes more difficult to even say the words Fossil Fuel Non-Proliferation Treaty or a ban on fossil fuel extraction or phase out managed decline. It becomes difficult to even say those words in public discourse. That said, what I am seeing in my own work is that there is a real interest from the grassroots to have change in climate policy that is oriented towards winding down the fossil fuel sector. So while it might be difficult in those dominant debates, say in parliaments, for example, within local communities, definitely there is an interest in pushing for a wind down of fossil fuels. And what we've seen in the first order states, those first movers, is that the policies to keep fossil fuels in the ground came from citizen mobilization. What I think we're seeing now in some of these second order states like Canada is that we're at those early stages of mobilization that can, if nurtured, move towards calls for bans or wind down.